Hello and welcome, folks, to another round of Modern. We have Christopher Matthews on Obosh Aggro versus Kyle Scholl on Obosh Aggro. They're playing the same deck. Like, they're just quite literally playing the same deck. I have the deck list in front of me. We're gonna see if I can find some differences. I don't know if there is. I mean, they both got Den of the Bugbears out. Kyle played a Ragavan. Chris played a Lightning Bolt. That's a Soul Mage. I imagine these games will be very quick. Alright, so Kyle's oh, that's funny. There's no something on this deck list. Alright. Kyle's creature lineup, he's got 4 channelers, or Dragon channelers, 4 monsters with Spear, 4 Ragavan, Nimble Pilferers, 4 Soul Mage, 2 copies of Fury, and then obviously the companion that is Obosh. And then we have Shot at Dress to Kill, and then removal spells, and then 4 Blood Moon. So, I think the only difference, really, is their land base. Creature lineup looks the same. Oh no, Chris is playing 1 extra Fury. What's the cut, then? Hmm. I'm not sure what the cut is. This is funny. So I was talking to Kyle. I tried to get Kyle on stream round 1. I was like, I want the Boros Obosh deck on stream. And he was like, no, I'll do it round 2. And I was like, oh, okay, fine. And then it was a mirror. So I got my wish. I just got it like double what I'd asked for. Which is fine. I feel like we very rarely have like mirror matches that we do commentaries for in post. That's also mostly just Modern's a very diverse format. There's a lot going on in it, and a lot of people at our shop, while playing the better decks, still have like decks that they prefer, right? Like Michael Mapson tends to play a lot of Amulet Titan deck or Primeval Titan decks. Dan McCauley likes Tron, and only Tron, apparently. We have a couple people who just like mainstay on like the Grixis decks. Like, it's, you know, it's pretty diverse, but we don't get terribly many mirror matches. So we're gonna dash in a Ragavan that was exiled from Light Up the Stage, which is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Bolt that, Prowess trigger, attack in. Light Up the Stage, especially with Chandra Dress to Kill, is a awesome interaction. So you play the Chandra Planeswalker, you uptick, you do 1 damage to your opponent, and then you add a red, which is then immediately able to be spent on Light Up the Stage. Chandra Dress to Kill is a hell of a card. Highly recommend. Honestly, I highly recommend this deck. It looks very fun. If you have any interest in the burn play style in basically any format, I would recommend buying this deck and playing it. I know some people who might be watching this are, you know, interested in picking up Modern, right? But they don't want to spend a crap ton of money on something they might not like. Well, the Obosh Aggro decks are relatively cheap, really minus 1 to 2 cards. So that 1 card is Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer, but it is a card that does splash into many different decks in the format, and then is also a card that's technically splashable into Legacy. You're going to see a Fury evoked out. And then outside of that, like, Chandras are like $8. Swiss Spear, Channeler, Soulscar, they're all pretty cheap nowadays. The spell package is pretty cheap. Arid Maces are like $15 to $20. And then I can't imagine. Or you just play any other red fetch in that spot and you're okay. Well, you play the 4 Arid Mesa, and then there are like extra fetches that you play. Like Kyle plays 3 Bloodstained Mire. Like those could just be Scalding Tarns, which are Modern Horizons 2 reprinted cards. Sorry about that cough there, folks. It's a pretty cost-effective deck. It's really cool, and it lets you, honestly, gives you a lot of good matchups across the board. Now, the sideboard's a little expensive because, like, some people sideboard Seasoned Pyromancer. You don't have to. You can sideboard stuff like Goblin Rabblemaster, and other random things that are honestly perfectly fine. Like, I know Chris here plays Goblin Rabble Master. He also plays copies of Pillage to just wasteland your opponent at random times. We have Ragavan and an Aaron Mason hand, it looks like. I gotta say, Chris's deck is not quite nice. We're rocking like all the full art versions. His Den of the Bugbears are like the special D&D book chapter things. I don't know what their special frame is called, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, I'm gonna tap the Canyon to Lava Dart the Ragavan there, which is a cool interaction.
Good.
Den of the Bugbear, also a really cool land. Like, just attacking in with those is pretty sick. Like, he could fetch here, attack with the Den, and then I think he's attacking with a 3-2. Is that how that works? I have to look the card up to see the power toughness of the creatures it creates. I know it creates something. I'm pretty sure it's a 3-2. Den of Bugbear. Even though it's Den of the Bugbear.
One card in hand?
Yeah. Den of the Bugbears are like $7. If you control 2 or more lands, it enters tapped. 3 red until end of turn becomes a 3-2 red goblin with when this creature attacks, create a 1-1 red creature token that's tapped and attacking. So for 4 mana and having it active, you get to attack for 4 damage, which is pretty cool. And you create a guy on board who stays around. So even like, God forbid, like you animate the Bugbear, you attack with it, it gets bolted. You still have a 1-1. Now, in most scenarios, your opponent's probably going to bolt before you go to combat. But in case they slip up, that's some good value. We're going to buy Obosh here.
I'm just going to crack the Mesa.
Obosh is wild. If you haven't read Obosh, so his companion restriction is that every spell in your deck has an odd converted mana cost or mana value for newer players. And then when he is on the board, I forget his power toughness, but effectively what it does is if a red source would do damage to you, that damage is doubled. So your lightning bolts do 6 damage, your lava darts do 2. It's a 3-5. Obosh is a 3-5 Hellion Horror.
Chandra?
Yep.
Check it out.
It does things. It's pretty cool.
Yep.
I don't know how terribly often the deck actually plays the card out. I mean, you're going to finish a lot of games really quickly. You're effectively Burn and Prowess mixed together into one, like, aggravated baby.
Good.
Your Ragavan hits for 4, Darcy hits for 6. Ugh, Darcy hitting for 6 is gross. I've never thought about that part. Fury can like super nuke our board. Does 8 damage.
That's recommend.
Okay.
Combat.
Yep.
Attack you.
Good.
I was like, Chris's Ragavan hits have been phenomenal here. Kyle's have been not great, admittedly. Pretty not so great.
No, I'll cast it.
Okay. Well, it's on a
Alright,
stack.
we're gonna cast the Blood Moon. Chris is then gonna cash in that Sunbay Canyon. Draw a card. There's a Darcy.
That's it.
Yep.
Go.
And dashing Ragavan late game, so good.
Yep.
I'll go up to 5. Hit you for 1.
Yep.
Hit you to 7.
No, it should be 4, right?
4? Oh, no,
That's what. Yeah, I have 4.
Okay.
You hit me for 3 last turn.
Alright, so we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
pop a
sorry,
treasure to
missed that.
bolt.
Okay, so you're at 4.
Probably the Darcy, right? He doesn't have. Does he have 2 darts in the graveyard? He has 1 dart, I guess.
So then I'll bolt.
I definitely saw a Labrador earlier.
Check for 3.
1.
Draw Obosh.
Takes over 3, buys Obosh. I think Chris just forgot he had a dart in the graveyard.
You got 1, right?
play Obosh, and then if he has another red card in hand, he could pitch the red card for Fury to pop the Darcy. I don't know how great that play is. I don't know the other card in his hand, right? He has Obosh, Fury, and something else.
Yeah, Boros is really good, unfortunately.
Using those very nice looking Orchid sleeves, and then Chris is using the Lightning sleeves. Both are the brand new dual matte Dragon Shields, which if you haven't tried them out yet, they're amazing. The shuffle feels really good. They hold up really well. They look incredible. Honestly, slam dunk from Dragon Shields part. I'm gonna dash in that Ragavan.
Go 10 and 9.
Hopefully I hit a lightning bolt. That would be nice. Trigger. Interesting.
I should put this deck together.
I will cast your Fury. This is... I will deal 3 and 1.
Alright, I'm just gonna cast the Fury.
I will evoke my Fury. Deal 4 and try you can't kill me.
Fury vote kill the Chandra.
Go ahead. This is in my hand.
Nope.
Oh, that's gross. If you have a Bosch on the board, unholy heat does 12 damage. Oh god. You're literally killing everything then. Wow.
That's you.
Draw.
Basically. That's wild. I'm surprised he just didn't attack with Den of the Bugbear. I mean, he has the dart in the graveyard, right?
Only Fury.
Yep. Attack.
Go to 7.
Yep. Trigger.
The Den was also lethal.
What does a second one do? Nothing.
It's all good. Chris is
Oh,
just
that's
making sure he's playing safe to
Cancel skirmish. So go back to my hand. Go.
not die here.
Nope.
Oh, he can't animate the dens. There's a Blood Moon on the board.
That's you.
Duh.
Draw.
There's an Obosh.
Actually, sorry, this comes in untapped, right?
Yes. Correct.
Honestly, the one thing I don't like, I'm not in love with that frame for Den of the Bugbear. Like that line of cards, they don't look like lands to me. And sometimes it's like kind of confusing to see them and be like, oh, what's that? It's a land. Gotcha.
I'll heat the Ragavan.
Yep.
And Holy Heat deals 12 damage.
6. That's to you.
Again, block.
Draw.
It's funny how like a lot of modern players will play with non-foil stuff. I like at our shop, but their companions are foil, and it's just like, okay, you're literally playing Commander. Commander's foiled out. You gotta make sure.
I forgot I had the dart.
Do you have the dart?
I do.
Nothing is as bad as double sleep Diorion decks, though. You are shuffling a Commander deck.
You're fine.
All right, folks.
Now
We've gone,
sure.
I think we just darted for lethal here. All right, we'll be right back with game 2. Christopher Batherson taking game 1.
Ready when you are.
And we're back with game 2. I've Kyle leaning on a mountain and a Monastery Swiss Spear, getting in for 1 damage.
Good to go.
10.
Yep.
Down to the Bugbear. Dude, I love Monastery Swiss Spear. It's one of my favorite Magic creatures.
Darcy, pass.
Prowess is such a cool mechanic. Like, there's so many nifty things.
Combat.
Okay. No blocks? Sure.
It's a 1/2, so like it just doesn't die to random things.
Left the stage.
Okay.
Alright, let up the stage. Finds himself a land. Okay.
I will go to
And tap it for red.
and lob a
I'm gonna
dart.
dart the Darcy.
You're good to go.
Definitely need to put this deck together. It looks so fun. I adored Prowess before Horizons 2 came out.
I see.
Draw. I will go to 18.
I'm gonna fetch here, grab it a mountain.
I am really bad at this game. 17. Chandra. I am really bad. Pick this up.
Okay.
I will do you one.
And there's a Chandra dress to kill. We're gonna uptick here.
Use the one. Cast light stage.
Ping for damage. Cast a light at the stage. Doing Fury and Path to Exile. Okay.
Cool.
Mesa.
Yep.
I'll evoke Fury by pitching Fury.
Alright, Fury pitch Fury. It's gonna nuke the Chandra. Now the Fury that he pitched needs to get exiled, and I think
Fetch and pass to you.
that gets corrected. I hope it does. But
Cash channeler.
it doesn't really matter in this matchup. There's no like graveyard recursion, but
I have 16 all.
still something that like should be corrected.
This trigger.
Alright, we're gonna path. Get a surveil trigger. Hitting the fancy Soul Scar Mage.
Yeah, you'll get a base there.
Do you mind if I just search?
Yeah, no, got it.
I forgot that Secret Lair came out, and then I saw Chris was playing them, and I was like, oh, that's right. That's the thing. Completely forgot about that.
You are good to go.
On your end step,
Yep.
I'm gonna bolt the Darcy.
Sure.
Alright, Bolt the Darcy. It's a lot of fun, like, back and forth interaction.
Den.
Yep.
Draw Obosh.
Sure.
Pass you.
Buy Zobosh. Okay.
I will also do the same thing.
I would have maybe attacked with the
Go. I'm at 15.
Den
so I-
instead. But, I mean, he can cast Zobosh this turn.
Play Obosh.
Yep.
Pass you.
Speaking of which, there it is. Companions were a mistake, folks.
14. Path it.
Alright, we're just gonna Path Obosh on the spot. Now, Sunlight Canyon is putting work in for both of them.
You're good to
Kyle's taking damage, but he's like removing stuff.
Did someone use a Fury to evoke a Fury?
Yes. Yeah, you're.
Oh, whoops.
It's under here, I thought. Nope.
Yeah.
You play any planes? Plays
I
one.
think it was originally exiled and then it got swept under.
Wild. It looks like Chris doesn't, or yeah, Chris doesn't play any.
Bugbears.
Just the Sunlight Canyons? Yeah.
That's
Has
my
no copy of the planes in his 75.
Alright. Chandra,
Yep.
tick up, hit you.
There's a Chandra.
13.
16, 13.
An uptick now.
Use one and a red Ragman. Combat. Attack.
Yep.
Trigger.
Okay. So he uptick, did a damage, and then used the red and a mountain to pay for the dash.
Pass to you.
Drop. Parkman. 2. Cast the Fury.
There's a hard cast of Fury. Nice.
Or a good attack.
Imagine Fury's gonna get bolted on the spot, right? You still have the bolt? Yeah, he does.
Someday Cameron's gonna kill me.
You can't let the Fury connect. There's the bolt. Okay. Because Kyler just plays Obosh and then attacks with it, and then that's 12 damage.
Trigger.
Dash out the Ragavan, hits a Chandra.
Chandra.
Yeah.
Tick up. Hit you.
Chris's Ragavan is showing
Sorry, 7.
exactly why you don't like to play the Ragavan mirror, man.
Pass to you.
When Ragavan is taking cards from your deck that you need to see and letting them cast it against you, it's so good.
2 cards.
2 cards.
There's the Prey Piercer. Now, Kyle sideboards a copy of Blossoming Calm, and I'm kind of interested to see if he sideboarded it in. I think that might be that in his hand right there. I'm not sure. It's not terribly many white cards he plays. It's not a wear tear. We're debating on what uptick we want to do. I'm going to exile the top card. Exile this Fire Spellbomb, which is a card that he definitely would have wanted to see.
Den. 2, 4.
That was fine. Before attacks.
Alright, attacking him with the den.
I will sack him out and Lava Dart.
And he's going to dart it. Dart now does 2 damage because of Obosh.
How many more lava darts do you have?
I believe that was my only Lava Dart.
I think he was saying before combat he'd dart him, because otherwise there would be a 1-1 that just gets eaten by the Obosh, so.
I'll just play right. That's you.
There's a Ragavan.
Draw.
Put 1 card in hand. God. This thing's going to kill me.
It does look like Blossoming Calm. Card's cool.
Take 1. Good five.
Never mind, I'm gonna go home.
5, 6, 2, 5.
It's Prismatic Ending. I keep thinking Prismatic Endings and Blossoming Calms.
Cash under.
Okay.
Pick it up.
The art is just like really similar from like, I don't know. At least I think it is from what I can see on the screen.
And then you're good to go.
Canyon.
Yep.
Alright, cash in the canyon. He could play the attack with the den and just point them at the Chandra. Kyle is tapped out, and as long as he doesn't have another Lava Dart in the graveyard.
Exile. There it is.
There's a
So
bolt.
bolt you for 3. Dart you.
Bolt and dart the Obosh. Bolt and dart him. Yeah, it's lethal. Alright, folks, Chris is going to take it 2-0 against Kyle Shull in the Obosh, the Boros Obosh mirror. Thank you for watching. We'll have more modern content coming up in a second.
You
Or
stole
on the
shot
YouTube.
there, which I just grabbed.
Yeah.